with a long affair with, not sexually, but with Katharine Hepburn. And what this did was it took me back to when I was 15 years old and had seen Philadelphia Story or Public Enemy or Yankee Doodle or John Wayne and Fort Apache. And something struck me about all three that was very similar. None of them ever forgot where they came from. Miss Hepburn was still that loyal Yankee. Cagney was still the kid from the streets of New York. And John Wayne was still the American Western hero. And it was a singular experience for me, but the one I want to touch on and end with, as an artist, which is really where I come from, I had always been attracted to the classics and people whose names probably wouldn't mean much to you. And when I was growing up, they were out of fashion. And they were people like Charles Dana Gibson, who was known for the Gibson Girl, and Howard Chandler Christie, and an artist named James Montgomery Flagg.
Yes.
And Mr. Flagg was, we have several of his portraits here, and he did some of the most delicious Lamb's Gamble covers. And I got to know Mr. Flagg to this extent, that in 1960 I gave the eulogy at his funeral when he died. And we used to go once a week. I was with the old man once a week for the last 5 years of his life. He was burned out, arrogant, strikingly handsome, devastating, unkind wit, great humor, but he didn't like, the halo hung over one ear. And I remember I said to him one night, I said, Monty, we used to go to Sardi's once a week. And I said to him one night, I really would like to go somewhere else. Could we ever go to the Lambs Club? And he took me, I don't know how many of you were ever there, to the old Lambs Club building.
Oh, yes.
Which was built by Stanford White on 44th Street. And he came in and probably, I can't believe it'll have the same impact on you all, but here I am in my late 20s. And I walked up, he was about 6'2" and a great, he looked like his Uncle Sam. Because if you don't remember it, he painted the I Want You
Yes.
of Uncle Sam. And we walked in and he was strikingly, if you met him once, you'd never forget it. Hawk-like, rich voice. I remember I was with Dennis King, who was an actor. I was painting his portrait for the Players. And Dennis, when he saw Flagg one day, said, I'd love to play his part. And we walked in and an old retainer came over to Flagg and said something to him, and Flagg said, don't you know who I am? And I remember there was an actor, I don't know if any of you remember him, and he was a sort of a little fellow, and a sweet man named Frank Fay.
Oh, yes,
He
Bob.
created the original Harvey, I believe.
Yes, it did.
And he was in the lobby. Now this is 1956, so that's 60 years plus ago. And he came over in the lobby. Flagg couldn't see too well. He lost his vision. And Frank Fay had also been married to an actress named Barbara Stanwyck. I'm really a buff about all of it. I don't know much about anything intellectual. But give me the old brain candy about who was in what movie. It wasn't evening at 8, it was dinner at 8.
That's right.
So his name was Larry Reynolds, Barrymore Park. At any rate, Frank Fay came over to him and he said, hey, Jim, how are you? And Flagg said, I can't see. And Frank Fay said, it's Frank Fay. Flagg looked around and said, and I was still like this. And I said, Amadi, it's Frank Fay. And he, I know he is. And he said, he once called me a commie. Me, Flagg, a commie. And then Frank Fay said, well, you know, Jimmy, I'm often past your building at 340 West 57th Street, and I've often thought I'd come by and visit you. Don't bother. And I thought, and this was the way Monty was. He was irascible, arrogant, but I'll say this for the old man, he spoke the same way to everybody. And then we went down to the grill, and there was a man there named Ian Keith, who'd been an actor in the old Cecil B. DeMille movies. No one remembers these. A good friend of mine is Chris Plummer, who was a neighbor of mine in Connecticut. And he recently did what I think is the best biography I ever read by an actor, beside myself. And he had mentioned all these people, Robert Edmund Jones and Ian Keith, and he couldn't believe I had known them, but you have no idea how much this meant in my life to have known some of these people passing through. And so being with the Lambs brings me back to memories of old Monty when we came to the old building. And I feel a great, more than rapport, but a feeling of respect and past and present to be part of this group of all of you, and I'm very pleased to be here and to hang another shepherd.
Excellent, thank you.
So before I say a few words, Rosa Antonelli has graciously agreed to play.
Wonderful.
We discussed some of my favorite pianists and composers, and she's agreed to do one. So would you welcome Rosa?
Is that the other Argentinian? Is that one here?
Where's Saul?
Who's Saul?
From from Argentina. You remember him? He's tall. Do you want to improve the light? Turn off the light.